Good morning, Chairwoman Maloney, Ranking Members Brady and Brownback, and members of the committee. Thank you for your continued efforts to address the foreclosure crisis and for the invitation to participate today. I serve as Director of Research for the Center for Responsible Lending, a nonprofit, nonpartisan research and policy organization dedicated to protecting homeownership and family wealth by working to eliminate abusive financial practices. CRL is an affiliate of Self-Help, a nonprofit community development financial institution that has provided over $5.6 billion of financing to 62,000 low-wealth families, small businesses, and nonprofit organizations in North Carolina and across America. Before summarizing our research, it's worth a moment to reflect on the devastating consequences of the foreclosure crisis. An estimated 13 million mortgages will have been foreclosed by 2014. 1 out of 10 mortgagors is currently delinquent. Tens of millions of homes near foreclosed properties have suffered a decrease in value, resulting in hundreds of billions of dollars in lost wealth. Although many factors are important in today's crisis, risky subprime loans have been a central concern. Empirical research shows that these loans carried an inherent and excessive risk. This risk was driven both by the terms of the loans and by the conditions under which they were made. In other words, substantial risk was part and parcel of the subprime market, irrespective of borrower qualifications. In 2006, the Center published a projection that 1 in 5 recent subprime loans would end in foreclosure, a projection that was derided at the time as pessimistic, but has actually turned out to be an underestimate. A complementary 2008 study that we undertook with researchers from the University of North Carolina also found that subprime loans were risky products. It reported that subprime loans were 3 times more likely to fail than lower-cost, primarily fixed-rate mortgages made to comparable borrowers. The study also found that subprime loans with adjustable interest rates, prepayment penalties, and those made through a broker were riskier. In fact, when these factors were layered into the same loan, the risk of default was 4 to 5 times higher on subprime mortgages. Finally, CRL published research demonstrating that lower credit score borrowers who obtained their loan through a mortgage broker paid significantly more than their counterparts who dealt directly with lenders. In a related development, last week we were pleased to see the Federal Reserve announce a proposal to eliminate the yield spread premiums that we believe were at the heart of these disparities. Notwithstanding this development, and in light of our research, Congress should take additional steps to prevent reckless lending that could once again fundamentally disrupt our economy. Most importantly, we urge you to support the Consumer Financial Protection Agency embodied in H.R. 3126. The measure would consolidate the consumer protection authorities currently scattered across different agencies and create a single agency with the sole mission of protecting families and, by extension, our economy. The agencies currently charged with this mission were warned early and repeatedly about the dangers of subprime mortgages, yet not only did they fail to act to protect consumers, but in many instances they frustrated state consumer protection efforts as well. It's also imperative to pass legislation that would require sensible and sound underwriting and prevent abusive loan practices that contributed to reckless and unaffordable home mortgages. H.R. 1728 represents a good start to this end. Finally, we urge members to take further action to help save the homes of the millions of families facing impending foreclosure. As part of this effort, we must closely monitor and evaluate opportunities to improve the administration's Home Affordable Program. At the same time, we strongly believe that no voluntary program will be effective until there is a backstop available to homeowners. For that reason, we are pleased to see that Congress is beginning to revisit the need to permit judges to modify mortgages in bankruptcy court as a last resort. Thank you again for your invitation to appear today. I look forward to your questions.
Thank you. Dr. Mason.